not saying Israel had anything to do with this, but I gotta talk about Indiana. So I saw this girl's TikTok, and she was talking about the blackouts, okay? And she said in her TikTok, which caught my attention, was that the governor of Indiana, Governor Braun, just sold them out to Israel. So of course, I had to figure out what the hell she was talking about. And oh my God, she's fucking right. So there's this thing called Iron Nation, and it's an Israeli venture capital fund. Just recently, Governor Braun of Indiana just signed something called the Iron Nation Indiana deal.
Which means the governor of Indiana just sold y'all out.
Where he is investing $15 million of Indiana's taxpayers' money into Israeli startups.
This is one of the reasons why you guys are not going to have power probably until September 13th. That's the rumor. September 13th. All of this most likely is going on purpose. This was not a mistake.
So they're going to start building Israeli startups. They're going to have a headquarters there in Indiana where they're taking people from Israel and bringing them over to settle in Indiana.
What?
And Indianans are paying $15 million for this. So they've even said that they're going to integrate the Israeli citizens into the neighborhoods and make them parents at their schools and all of these things.
So it's a very good possibility that they're starving everybody out in Gary to make everybody in Gary to either pass away, or most likely everybody just leaves Gary because there's no power. And next thing you know, a month later, a year later, all of these people come in and just take over the city. This is disgusting.
Right? So people in Indiana are going to be paying $15 million to bring Israeli startups over to Indiana and help integrate them into Indiana.
And the citizens, not just the startups, the actual citizens are going to just come in and just take over the city.
So for some reason, TikTok keep on blocking my videos saying I'm violating community guidelines, but they're not even giving me a reason.
Listen, now I want you to think about this. TikTok, who is owned by those people, the blue people, is taking down anybody that is talking about this Gary, Indiana power outage situation. TikTok, that is owned by those people, are trying to suppress what's going on in Gary, Indiana, because they're trying to keep everybody in Gary suffering on purpose. Why? Because in my opinion, this is population control. If they can get rid of everybody in Gary, other people can come in and take over Gary. So they're trying to keep this whole thing a secret, because this right here is literally a depopulation psyop happening right in front of our faces. So right here, some people may say, well, why don't they just leave? Well, I don't know when this was, but this is a lot of people trying to leave Gary, Indiana, and they're closing the expressway. This is crazy. You don't think this isn't orchestrated? This isn't planned? Look at this shit.
It's like a horror movie out here. We've got helicopters everywhere. The roads are parking lots. It's like we're all trying to exit town and there's no gas, no power, nowhere to go. We're stuck. The car is officially off, no gas. It's hot. We got all the doors open.
What's happening in Gary, Indiana right now? There's some misinformation, so let's get the facts straight. August 11th, a terrible storm hit northern Illinois and northwest Indiana. The past week, the storms continued through the Midwest and Ohio Valley, with tornadoes, destructive winds, and power outages. In Gary, 36,000 people lost power and are still without power 8 days later, and more than 100,000 in northwest Indiana. Collapsed trees on houses, power lines in the street, not to mention all the food gone bad. And yes, Gary is mostly black, about 80%. So why hasn't this been national news? We're changing that now. The first step is increasing awareness. The more people know what's happening, the harder it is to be overlooked. I'll be looking into official resources and sharing them here to help. This is my hometown, family, and friends I grew up with. Help any way you can. We refuse to let Gary be invisible. Ain't that right, Mike?
Everyone's like, oh, how dark is it? How dark is it in Gary, Indiana, right? This is how dark it is.
Just a month ago, the people of Gary were expressing concern about data centers' effect on their electricity. The total number of data centers in Indiana is 147. That's 23 currently operating and 120 currently being built. The state has specifically become a target for development because of its tax exemption on the electricity used by data center.
Right there. Right there. For anybody that thinks, oh, this is just the weather. No, because a lot of these situations involving weather keep happening in specific areas where companies are looking to expand in, and there's too many people there. So all of a sudden, there's a random tornado that comes in and wipes out the whole city,
which saves each facility hundreds of millions of dollars. In October, Amazon opened a 1,200-acre, $11 billion data center in New Carlisle, Indiana. And in February, Meta broke ground on a $10 billion data center in Lebanon, Indiana. Research has shown that the existence of these large data centers puts strain on our power grids.
They don't want people there. Everybody in Indiana, I need you to understand, they don't want you there. So if you have a home, you're thinking once the power comes back on, you can go back to your home. In my opinion, it's best to just move away, get what you can get, and just move away. Don't sit here and suffer thinking that the power is going to come back on. They don't want you there. And if you decide to stay, something else is going to happen, and then something else is going to happen, and then something else is going to happen. They're doing this to run a lot of you out of there, or for a lot of you to actually lose your lives. They don't want you there.
Gary, Indiana is serviced by local utility Northern Indiana Public Service Company, or NIPSCO. So NIPSCO is the company handling this blackout. NIPSCO also loves data centers. The utility company has proposed independent deals with data centers owned by Amazon and Alphabet, and its parent company created a utility completely dedicated to servicing data centers.
NIPSCO, along with the governor, has sold out the citizens of Gary.
Between 2023 and 2025, NIPSCO raised Gary residents' electric bills by $83. NIPSCO also accidentally doubled 3,500 customers' electric bills and then didn't report the error for a year after discovering it. And it seems as though these customers still haven't gotten full refunds.
Why? They're trying to run you out. They're pissing you guys off enough where you're just like, I'm just going to move away. And they're like, good, get out. They don't want you there. See, this starts off as a mild inconvenience. My light bill is too high. What is going on? And then at some point, you don't get the picture. You don't understand that they just don't want you there. And all of a sudden, you go from high electric bills to no electricity at all. They're trying to tell you something.
They get the charge of the devices, but y'all know the drill. On the way in the door, we've got our flashlights. I've got my pew-pew. And we finna get in this house. Just in case you think I'm joking. Hold it so I can open the door.
Ladies, and I know y'all are going through something, so I'm not trying to get on y'all while y'all are down there suffering. Please put your phones up when you're trying to get in the house from the car in the pitch black dark. And you have kids. Do you know somebody can literally be stalking you out in the darkness and they can literally just grab you right then and there and you don't see anything? Because she says she has a pew-pew, but does she have her hand on it? No, one hand is on a flashlight and the other hand is on her phone. Put your freaking phone up and have your hand on your pew-pew because it's somebody or possibly somebody in the darkness waiting on you to slip up. Y'all got to have spatial awareness. I understand, like I said, there's a time to ask for help and tell people what's going on in Gary, Indiana. There's another time to put your phone up and protect yourselves.
There we go. All right, you guys go first.
Right now, somebody just grab it right now because you got a phone in the hand.
Just give me the flashlight. Go. Go. What better thing to do than eat in the fucking dark? This is so annoying. Pitch black. Y'all see that shit? Dark as hell. Watch this. So I usually take the lanterns.
Buying these lanterns, so that's been helpful. After that, I went to the gas station to get me some more woods, and y'all, my neighbors, they had a tree on their house. The gas station looked like freaking zombie land. Like, it's just so sad. And the fact that this is our 9th day like this, and all the stuff I've been seeing on social media about what they've been saying about Gary, Indiana, like, it's not just bad people out here. My dogs could barely go to the bathroom outside because this big tree fell from my neighbor's house.
Fill the bathtub. That is step 1. Most people don't know steps 2 through 10, and that's what this video is. Okay, the grid just died, and you don't know for how long. You've got maybe 45 minutes of water pressure left, so step 1 is fill everything. That's tub, pots, buckets, bottles. That might be the cleanest water that you're going to see for a while. Step 2, confirm the scope. Your house, your block, your whole region. Battery radio or car radio tells you what you're dealing with, so listen in. Step 3, send one text to your family or your loved ones, those that are important to you, on your status, and then put that phone in low power mode. Step 4, fridge and freezer, they need to stay shut. Maybe take a quick picture of the inside of both so you don't have to guess what's in there and you don't have to open it again until you need to grab something. And eat in order. Start with the fridge food, then the freezer food, then your pantry. You don't know how long this is going to be. Step 5, stay out of the stores. Whatever is in your pantry right now is the plan. If this is a big event, everyone is starting to freak out.
Day 1, you do go and get whatever you need to get. Day 1 and day 2. Day 7, day 8, then it might be a little crazy. But day 1, nobody's really going crazy. So I don't agree with him. If it's day 1, take your ass to the store and buy everything that you can get your hands on.
Combustion needs to mostly stay outside. That's generators, grills, camp stoves. You see, carbon monoxide kills more people in blackouts than just about anything else.
Yep.
Step 8, run dark and quiet. You don't need to be the brightest, loudest house on the street because that makes you the most interesting house on the street.
I have little motion detector lights that come on when I walk by them, so my house isn't pitch black. But when it's nighttime, I don't run around turning on all these lights. So I have about 10 of these all over my house. So during a power outage, I can literally just grab the light, turn it on like I'm doing here, and then use it for light whenever I need to.
It's possible that no one is coming to help you. So have all of your preps ready ahead of time.
Shocking developing news coming out today, August 19th, 2026, of potential cyber attacks against our power grid systems that could knock out and black out the entire United States for 18 months. 18 months.
See, a lot of people don't know that this Gary, Indiana situation is a test just to see what happens. I just want to say this, and I hope this doesn't happen. Early 2027, everybody is going to be Gary, Indiana for possibly 18 months. We all are going to be without power for about 18 months. If it doesn't happen, y'all can laugh at me because I'm going to be happy too because it didn't happen. But if it does happen, hopefully you'll be prepared.
19th, so you can see it for yourself. Shockingly vulnerable U.S. power grid could result in an 18-month nationwide blackout. An expert has warned. This is coming out all across the headlines today, August 19th, 2026. Take a look at some more with me. Warning that a mammoth nationwide blackout could last 18 months as power grids' appalling weak spots are exposed. And they're saying this is something the IRGC could actually easily do to the United States.
Why? It's simple. Depopulation. It's too many people in the United States. What do you think COVID was? See, COVID didn't work. Too many of us were smart enough to not take the... So they're like, damn, that didn't work. Now, let's go to step 2. 18 months is almost 2 years. Almost 2 years without power, without heat, without food.
We're going to get into the details of this as they're saying that this would be coast to coast.
So I need to say this. It's not going to be Iran. It's us. 2 different things. One, if it was Iran, it would be Iran because America keeps bombing them and they're just retaliating. So it's still us and not Iran. 2, they're trying to blame everything on Iran so we won't realize that it's us doing this to us. If something like this happened, just like it's happening to Gary, Indiana, it's us doing this, not another country. Iran is not doing anything. It's America doing this to its own citizens. Let me say this to the women in particular in Gary. When situations like this happens, I always say everything always points to sex trafficking. I'll say it again. Everything catastrophic always points to sex trafficking. What does this mean? A lot of times, one country or one region will go to war with another region. And next thing you know, everything is in shambles. The side effect of that city or region being in shambles with no power because of whatever, whether it's a storm or whether it's a war, is sex trafficking. Which means not only do you have to worry about somebody looting, breaking in your house, trying to steal your stuff, you also have to be aware of people coming in from outside of your city or outside of your region acting like they want to help, whether it's FEMA or anybody else. Because there's a possibility that they might be there to collect all of the women to ship them off to the highest bidder. When situations like this happen, the number one thing you have to worry about is not power, it's not food, it's not having water, is getting trafficked. So don't be quick to run up on somebody because they have a truck and they're like, hey, we're here to help. Because if you're not careful, you'll wake up in a damn FEMA camp thinking the person that just pulled up to your house is there to help you. If you want me to keep you guys updated on more of this stuff that's going on in Gary, Indiana, let me know what you think in the comments and I'll talk to you guys later.